Okay. So, you've blacked out, and you come to, I'm going to say, probably actually Bingle, you're the first one to wake up because you had some of the best rolls in the Constitution contest.
I'm fucking out of it.
You wake up in a very comfortable bed.
Oh, God. We're dead.
This is it.
You wake up, you're in this comfortable bed, you're in a square room with nobody else in it, you're entirely by yourself. There is one window and one door.
And there's no one else in the room?
There's no one else in the room.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, where the fuck am I?
Dead.
Like, are my clothes still on?
Yes, you
okay,
are.
Like,
actually, you are in. You're in the clothes that you went into the ship with, but none of your things are here, in the room with you.
Joke's on them because I keep my trusty flare gun underneath my pants.
Yeah, like you have. I think you have your weapons, like anything that was attached.
Oh, I have my weapons. Okay.
But like the little bag. Just
a retcon.
I
just want you to know that Bingle always keeps his flare gun. Like, you know how cops have that secret gun in their back, like their back waistband.
Very important. Very important. Front or back?
Wait.
It's in the back.
Okay.
So Bingle always has his flare gun on him at all times, even unless they unclothe him, right? That's what I was asking.
Yeah, now we're going to have to figure out whether or not that flare gun has a safety and what's going to happen when it goes off.
Every step I have to roll a check.
Yeah, so you don't have a bag. The bag which like the quartermaster gave you that had like your basic provisions in it is not here.
Okay,
but you're in a room.
Last thing Bingle remembers is he was on that boat and things, so he knows he's not dead. He's happy. So he's not scared. I think he's obviously in a bed, so he gets up and he just sort of walks to the doorway.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll look out the window first. Do I see anything out the window?
You're in an unfamiliar, very large city. You can see sort of off in the distance, there's a large wall. Do
I see any seagulls?
You don't see any birds from where you are.
Hatred of seagulls.
But what you can see on the skyline is that large menacing storm. It looks to be pretty clear out, like it's sunny, and all of that. But it's definitely like you can see off in the distance the storm.
Am I able to deduce if this is like a harbor?
Not from your angle, no. All you see is like rooftops.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll go to the door and sort of peek out and look where I'm at.
Okay. You're in a hallway of several other doors, and at the end of the hallway is a set of stairs going down. No one's there.
Okay. Well, are any of the doors open?
Open, no. Locked? You tell me. Are they?
Well, I assume that some of my adventure mates are in some of those other rooms.
So you're going to start checking rooms door by door?
I want to start like peeking my head in rooms if I can. Like, I'm not, that's what I would like. Bingle would, he wants to try and check the door, quietly open it, and sort of dip his head in to see if he recognizes anyone.
Okay. Two or three rooms that you kind of pop your head into are empty, but you kind of go a little bit down the hallway and see actually Colgrim sort of passed out face down in a bed.
And he's alive.
You could check.
I'm assuming I'll see him breathing or something. Okay, I'll go try and wake him up.
Okay. Colgrim, you come to Bingle sort of shaking you awake.
Okay.
I didn't see any seagulls.
Yeah,
I don't know. All I see is roofs. Don't ask me. I don't know. I just woke up. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Okay. So the two of you are awake. Bingle, do you want to continue your search?
Yes.
Yeah, Malog's in the next room over.
If he's leaving, Bingle, where are we?
Stay in bed. You're groggy.
It's not too long before Malog kind of comes to. He can kind of hear the shouts back and forth. But the three of you are awake.
Great. I wake up to Bingle's shrieking voice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'll answer your question. He doesn't know. He'll say he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He'll just explain what he all the shit that the last 30 seconds. He woke up in a bed.
Okay. So then I woke up to the shrieking voice, and I'm gonna get out of bed and follow the voice, which I'm assuming is just next to me.
Oh yeah, he's like, you're right outside. Your rooms are all pretty close together, so you guys are in the hallway of this building that you're in.
My stomach grumbles, and because I haven't eaten in a while, because I obviously didn't eat the night before, because I thought we were on a boat, and we weren't, and then we were on a boat, and so I want to go down those stairs in search of food more than anything else.
He's a hungry boy.
Okay. I glanced around the room to see if I had anything. Did I find any of my stuff there? Do I have my quarterstaff? Do I have my pack?
You have your quarterstaff, no pack.
No pack. Okay. How many other rooms are there in this hallway? Is it like a big-ass hallway with a bunch of rooms?
So Bingle's room was at the very end of the hallway, and there are 5 rooms on either end, all similar to yours. All doors are unlocked. You 3 are the only occupants within.
Okay, so it's a bunch of empty rooms.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to peek my head into the rooms and see if I can find, any of our supplies or anything.
Nope.
Just like real quick.
Nothing.
Nope.
Just
Cool.
more beds.
All right,
Very simple furniture with nothing in them.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to encourage Bingle to, with just my hands, not really saying anything, go on down the steps, and I'm going to follow him. And he can tank anything if it's bad.
Okay, so you guys are all going downstairs?
Yeah,
Sure.
Bingle's just heading down there. He's honestly quite at ease because he's never really slept in a bed like that before, so he knows that he's sort of, just based on his upbringing, he's like, well, I'm in a good place. There's a good bed, so that's.
And it was for the very small amount of time you kind of spent, and it was a very comfortable bed.
Right on. Yeah. So I'm like moseying down those stairs as if I just woke up at a B&B, baby.
Okay, cool. So you guys go downstairs, and much to your surprise, you actually find yourself in what would appear to be an inn. It's a large open room with a fire pit in the middle, very comfortable chairs surrounding it. There is a large bar with what appears to be a very large kitchen in the back, but no people around. So you were on the second floor of this building, where all the rooms were. Now you're kind of on this first floor. There's a hallway with an open hallway where more rooms appear to be, and then there's the kitchen and the front door. Big double door.
Bingle goes for the kitchen.
Yeah,
I
I'm
go
gonna follow him
right
into the
up
kitchen.
to the innkeeper or whoever looks the most important in the room.
There's no one here.
There's no one there.
There's no one there. Yeah, that's why I'm just going
Yeah.
right for the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll follow them.
Okay, so you go into the kitchen and you actually see a tall, sort of elven man. He has white, long, flowing hair. He's kind of wearing this green, dark forest green tunic. And he sort of sees you and with a start goes, "Oh, well, my boys have woken up.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
How are you 3 feeling?"
I'm gonna let Bingle handle this conversation.
I look at Colgrim.
Actually,
I look at Colgrim.
I'm going to cover Bingle's mouth, and then I'm gonna look at Colgrim.
Where are we?
Well, you're in Morin Harbor. You're in the High Tower Inn, of course. The best inn in the harbor. My
Bingle
name is Taeko.
Bingle-
Revan
No, it's
Taeko.
not.
This is my
I'm
inn.
still covering your mouth.
Bingle sort of gets his mouth away from the hand, and he just goes like, "I'm hungry, man."
Of course. And he with like both arms outstretched, he kind of like gets a bunch of plates in them, and you can tell they're like, it's not the craziest looking food. It's just some like really basic loaves of bread, but there are like some eggs and some different stuff on there. And he sort of like with his head sort of motions for you guys to all go out into the general area.
Yeah, there's like a big table there, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there's like
the general
tables and
area.
there's some spots by the fire and different stuff.
To the general area.
So you guys all take a
Away!
seat, and Revan Takeo kind of brings out these 3 big plates and puts them in front of you, and he goes, "So you boys came in with quite the start.
How did we get here?
Oh, it was quite a scene. See, we were all sitting in the tavern, the High Tower Inn. That's where you are now. Me and the other townsfolk were all enjoying a meal crafted by none other than myself when we heard a loud bang. So we all ran out, and then there you were, a big black shard of wood, kind of a tube, just crashed up onto the harbor.
Is there anyone else that you found?
Oh, well.
Oh no.
Well, you were the only ones that we could pull out of the rubble that were alive, mostly.
No way.
But don't worry
mostly.
about that now. Don't worry about that now. Eat your food and regain your strength, and I'll be right back. And so he, like, super nervous, sort of pops to his feet and goes...
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
All right, to see if he's acting fucking real weird.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Where's this character sheet of mine now? Come on now. Insight. Where are you? Man, my insight's dick.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 12.
Okay, it doesn't take much. You can tell that this guy kind of like holds himself with this pizzazz and this strut that as soon as you mentioned like other people that might have been on the ship, that immediately switched over to like, oh god, panic, I don't know what to say, and his body language changed very much. So yeah, he's acting.
Is it like an uncomfortable?
Very uncomfortable.
Do you, now, because Colgrim's the only one that did this, because I'm busy eating right now. Although, no, I guess I did stop eating once I found out that we almost died. Colgrim, do you kind of try and let us know that this guy's fishy in any way?
I mean, he's walking away, so as soon as he's walking away, I would immediately say how uncomfortable I am in this situation.
Yeah, he's left the room.
If it's just us, it's like, I have a really bad feeling about this.
Can I roll a perception check to see like whether or not the area we're in is actually used often, whether or not it seems like other people actually come in here, or if it's literally just...
Go ahead.
All right. I rolled a 17.
Okay. So you've been in your fair share of inns in Halen Way, especially since...
Have I?
Yeah, like...
I wouldn't have think a monk would have been in inns.
He's worked in like
We've, like,
restaurants
gone
and
in and
stuff
out.
as a part of the temple, like helping out and whatnot. You would know what the general layout of the place would be. It's not like it would be this impossible thing for you to have experienced. And you can tell that this is a really nice place. Like the rooms were big and comfortable. The layout is very like warm and welcoming. The one thing with the 17 that sticks out to you is that everything is very clean and tidy. The chairs are all perfectly pushed in. There's no like grime or dirt or spills or anything on the tables. Everything is like really, really well kept.
Did we ask
Okay,
him?
so we're talking like no dust.
Yeah.
We're talking perfectly clean. Literally, is there any indication that people have done anything?
Done
room?
plenty, like used it, maybe not as much.
Did we ask him where we are?
He did say that you're in Morin
Yeah, he
Harbor.
said we were in Morin Harbor.
At the harbor. And there were no seagulls?
You couldn't see any.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
You haven't been outside yet. Bingo.
I guess I'd be able to. Was it day or night? I guess that would.
It's kind of hard to tell with
window, right?
with the storm and all that. But it was
Oh,
bright out.
right.
Oh, so you can see the storm outside. Okay.
Right. Okay.
From inside. Got it.
Okay. I'm just. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna say to them that we might as well eat while we're here before we move on. I mean, we might as well get some food in us.
If he was gonna kill us, he would have done it already.
Okay.
And so
that's a good point.
We're gonna eat.
So you guys have your food?
Yeah. And I mean, I'd imagine for Bingle, I mean, he's not really processing all of this very much right now because it's all a lot, as I said. But there's in a way, it's like he feels much closer to these two guys right now because obviously now he's in a much more unfamiliar situation, and he now at least has people that he's familiar with, and like, yeah.
Okay. So you guys eat, and for probably about the balance of like a little bit less than an hour, you kind of have the room to yourself. But it's not too much after that where you hear sort of a door open up, and you see sort of Revan, Takeo with like a couple of other people who just sort of shuffle into the kitchen, sort of make their way back in, and Revan goes.
Can I ask, what are they wearing? What do they look like?
Oh, just
wearing?
basic tunics.
Are they wearing like
Revan is kind of a.
They're all wearing the same looking tunic.
No, just like regular sort
you
of.
were thinking some weird cult shit.
No.
Yeah, I wanted to make
God,
sure
that
this
would've
wasn't
been nutty.
some strange thing. Yeah. Okay.
Revan is like, you can tell his clothes are of a nice quality, but he kind of comes over and he sits back down, he folds his legs, and he kind of puts one hand over the other and says, so, this will sound odd, but what brings you to Lubec today? And he's nervously sort of patting his hands.
I'm just gonna yell at him like, Denon, have you seen Denon?
Denon. That name.
Dwarf, white hair.
Oh.
He's old looking.
I haven't seen Denon in a few months now. Well, before
Insight
the
check.
storm, at the very least.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an insight check as well.
Roll it.
I got a
I'm gonna do it as
17.
well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I got a 21.
Jesus.
Not
I
actual
got
20.
a-
Fucking Christ,
Shit!
Bingle Beast.
Why did we all waste our good roll?
No, it's not a
you
nat
can-
20. It's not a nat 20. It was an 18
Yeah,
plus
it-
2, 20.
He says it in the same like sort of happy demeanor that he had before. You don't get any sense that he's trying to be deceitful through that.
So is he like relieved that we know Denon and like this is a name he gets?
Well,
he knows.
I mean, I'll ask him how he knows him.
If he if he's not showing any signs of like
He obviously didn't find Denon.
I would just immediately be like, we came here with Denon to help in any way we can and help mitigate the storm somehow. We were bringing supplies to help Lubec.
Oh, so you're here to help then?
But we don't know how we're helping. What's going on here?
Oh, well,
Denon was the one who organized everything. Without him, we're kind of lost.
Okay, well,
Wait. Where's my backpack?
your things? Okay.
Yeah, I
let
want my backpack. I want my backpack right now. Where is my backpack?
let me tell you what happened.
Where is my backpack? I want my backpack right now. Where is Denon? Where is my bag? Give me my bag.
So the two guys are coming out of the kitchen now. They're two human men. And they're kind of looking at each other and looking at Revan and then looking at the gnome.
Bingle is throwing a fit. He wants his fucking bag.
Oh, okay. So the two guys are going to start coming over towards you.
I'm going to bring out my bow, dude. I'm panicking.
Okay. So you...
I'm gonna grab your hand that's on the bow, and I'm gonna like smack you in the face a little bit.
Like I need to know how you're smacking me in the face. Because I'm in like a... I'm in like
little
a...
light
He's panicking
taps,
now. Because he's...
Little taps to like the right side of your right cheek.
Kind of like
little
like be smart kind of thing.
Yeah, like a be smart like, and then I'm gonna say, don't worry.
Okay.
You know, give a guy some time. You haven't, let him even answer
Okay.
you.
And you can see kind of Revan sort of shift in his seat uncomfortable, and he says, well, as I said, we heard your little ship crash into our harbor, which is very unusual, as you may have noticed our little storm situation. No ships have come in, well, the past few weeks here, and so you're our first guests in some time.
I want to look around and look at all these people. I want to see what their sort of demeanor is towards us. Is it like aggressive? Is it like...
So Revan's is pretty laid back, but the two guys who came out when you started having your panic attack are like kind of alert and on.
That's actually a good word. He did have a panic attack.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of a panic attack still right now. That's why he's looking around. Like, I don't like the way that this guy's talking, guys. I don't like the way that he's saying like little ship and things like that.
None of us like that.
Yeah.
There's something.
Yeah, none of us are a fan, but
you gotta play it out. We don't have
calm.
enough information yet.
Okay, I'm in the middle of Biggle's in the middle of a straight panic attack.
Okay. So he says, we came out to see what all the commotion was, and we found your ship, as I believe you called it. And it's the scene, boys, was not too good. There were about 15 bodies in total, not counting yours, of course, that we were able to recover from the wreck, but it didn't fare as well for your friends.
So we weren't hurt at all from this?
No, you seem to be fairly fine.
Are we the only ones left, or was there anyone else?
There are 2 people kept under close watch in our local apothecary. They didn't fare as well. But you mentioned Denon. I didn't see any dwarves.
Oh, no dwarves at all.
No dwarves.
Okay.
Now
I
should mention, and he kind of like unfurls a map of Lubec in front of you. He goes, we're here in Morin Harbor, and when the ship sort of crashed, there were some reports of other similarly sized objects going off on different parts of the southern coast. One was spotted here near the lighthouse, and another over by the wooded area here in the sticks. Of course, yours crashed towards the harbor. So he points out that there's reason to believe that there were other parts of the ship that landed over by the lighthouse and landed over by the forest along this coast. But his face kind of gets a little bit more grim and says, now you mentioned you were here for what purpose? Your ship is unlike anything I've ever seen.
It was built to pierce the storm.
Ooh. And to what end?
So we could get here to help.
You're here to help then. That's wonderful news.
How
we already
exactly...
said that. We already said that. We already said that.
Listen, I think we're all a little overexcited here. I'm the first person that you guys are seeing after all of your friends have died.
How long have we been here?
And you're the first people who have showed up in weeks. And he kind of like runs his hands through his hair and begins pacing over the across the room. And he goes, now you 3 show up out of nowhere in half of a ship, dead people washed up on our shore, and you're here to help. What help have you brought? What are you doing? Why are you here? Who sent you?
Well, if you had looked at the bodies, you would have seen some of them were doctors. You would have seen supplies.
There supplies, no supplies, only people. Oh, and
I look at them.
He crashes
when he says there's
in a
no
chair.
supplies, that's a bit fishy.
He crashes in a chair and he's sort of breathing heavily.
Okay. I'm going to tell him, don't worry, friend. Thank you so much for your hospitality. We were sent here with and by Denon to bring supplies to you and all other citizens of the island. If you weren't able to find them, then maybe they simply washed ashore elsewhere, and maybe Denon is there as well, and he can explain exactly what's going on.
So he's kind of calming down at this point.
It's that monk training paying off. Look at that. Holy cow.
Hell yeah, dude.
He kind of looks forward and he goes, "Did you bring food?"
Yes.
Good. Okay.
But we need to go find it.
Come with me. And so he sort of motions for the three of you to get up.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah,
So,
well,
yeah.
I'm sticking. I'm not leaving the two.
What all
dudes.
what all do we have with us right now?
Just your weapons.
I
and
genuinely
whatever-
want my backpack.
Yeah,
like-
whatever things you kind of had on you.
I'm gonna just calmly. I'm gonna look at Malrog. Is that the name?
Maylog?
Maylog. I'm gonna look at Maylog and I'm gonna sort of soothe myself a little bit. I'm just gonna be like, can I please have my backpack?
Takeo looks over at you guys, Revan Takeo, and says, "Listen, let me take you to what's left of your ship, and you can see the wreckage for yourselves. Luckily, we've cleared away all the bodies at this point, so it's mostly just what's there. But the guards who saw the other parts of your ship are also down by the harbor keeping watch. So you can ask them if you have any other questions. And please, if there's anything else that we can provide for you here at the Hightower Inn, our customer service, you will find, is second to none." And he sort of does a little bow.
This guy is so fucking freaky, dude.
Yes.
So he takes you outside of the Hightower Inn and sort of like in a very basic description gives you a layout of the land. Morin Harbor, it's a city contained within a large set of walls. The Hightower Inn is located towards the southern wall, which also barriers the docks which your ship had crashed into. Across sort of the road and taking up sort of the southeastern corner of the city is another set of walls, and which Revan explains contains the Center Lane Trading Company warehouses. You would know Maylog and Colgrim that the Center Lane Trading Company is sort of the group that handles and facilitates the majority of trade between the major cities. They're kind of like the intermediaries. They have the biggest and the best ships, the most experienced crews. And
what's their connotation? Are they considered, just benevolent sort of businessmen? Are they nefarious in any regard?
It's a pretty reputable
it's
company.
Just so large. Okay.
Okay. They don't often get burgled too much. It's a very secure way to pass goods between one place to another. It is a very high corporate structure, so there's there's a lot of wealthy people sort of at the top, but almost every major city, Halen Way definitely had a Center Lane Trading Company warehouse. Breakwater would have had one. The Urson Islands definitely not. They're a little too small time for that, but the warehouses are sort of where different businesses looking to send their goods around the world keep their items as they move from port to port and get changed from ship to ship. But as of right now, that you can see there's a gate right across from the Hightower Inn. There's 2 guards posted there, and the gate is shut. But Takeo kind of explains that the northwest and northeast parts of the town are mostly small businesses and homes. Morin Harbor has a bit of a population who live here year round and sort of work at the businesses. Most things are based around the trade of having lots of people come in and out of the city. So there are, different sorts of blacksmiths and, apothecaries and all sorts of other useful things related to craftsmanship and tradesmen and people looking to shoot some time while they're waiting for the next ship to come or for their resupply to kind of blow over. And yeah, so you guys are kind of in this town area, and he points the direction to the south where your ship is. He says, well, you won't miss the big black chunk of wood destroying 2 of our docks now, will you? And he kind of, motions in the direction and scurries back into the High Tower Inn.
Okay, I immediately go over to the docks, and I want to scope out. I just want to get, an idea of if we can even see if there's anything left worth salvaging that they might not have gotten yet.
Okay, so you go out onto the docks, and immediately what you're greeted with is about a mile of ocean, and then that same massive wall of wind, thunder, lightning, and fog.
Jesus, dude.
Completely...
So it was so bad that it literally just demolished this ship that could cut through waves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Out in front of you on the docks is what looks like the center part of the ship where you were. In that, because there is the big metal front that was on the front of the ship isn't there, and the back part that had those kind of big turbines is also missing. But otherwise, this is a hunk of chipped and destroyed wood.
Black wood.
Half of it sunk, but standing in front of it at post are 2 guards kind of watching over things. And they, there's nobody else on these docks right now. No other ships. Just the 2.
All right.
Yeah, guys.
I want to roll. I want to just take a look at the wreckage and see if I can see anything that they might have missed.
Do you want to go through the wreckage?
Yeah, I want to go through it. I'll even get in the water and shit.
I'm hanging back, by the way, and I'm just
Bingo.
kind of observing how other people are reacting to us going through stuff.
Okay. Are you on the docks, though?
I'm
Are you
with
on the
guys
docks?
at the docks, and I'm keeping an eye on the guards and looking to see if there are any workers coming through, seeing if they're eyeing us up or anything like that.
Bingo, you guys would see how Bingo is noticeably he's genuinely worried about Denon because he really he's a dwarf and he really liked Denon.
Fair.
He's
fair.
So
Understandable.
So
Denon's the only reason we're here in the first place.
Yeah, so he I'm gonna jump right in the water and try and start going through the rocket.
Before you get into any
I think
range,
I just had a fucking stroke.
Before you get even close to the ship, the 2 guards are going to stop you. State your purpose.
We were on that ship. That's all ship. I'd like to go look for my backpack. Thank you.
You were,
and then I try and walk past them.
That they definitely stop you, hand on your head, because you're a little kid to them. They're 2 pretty burly human men.
Yeah. What races have we seen?
I'm gonna Bingo slaps their hands off. He stops, but he'll slap his hand off his head.
This guy's got a 2-foot range on you. You could definitely slap his hand away, but you didn't make any progress past him. Listen,
yeah, no, I'm not trying to push past him. I'm just slapping. I stopped, but I'm just slapping his hand off my head.
Listen, you can't go over there. I mean, look at that thing. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I look at the 2 other guys, see what they're gonna do.
I'm kind of deferring to Colgrim in this.
I don't know.
I really want to look.
Good sirs, we need to look. We need to take a look at the wreckage of this ship to see if we can find. This isn't the whole ship. There are pieces that are missing, and maybe we can find a clue as to where they're at.
What was the name of the the elf guy?
Revan something or other.
Revan.
Okay, I'm gonna tell them that Revan told us.
Keiko.
I'm gonna tell them that Revan told us that we could look. If I need to lie for that,
Roll a actually,
isn't
hold
it a
on.
bluff? Isn't there a bluff check?
Yeah, that is what you need to roll.
Is there? I don't see a bluff button.
There's a deception, which
or
is
is it just
charisma.
deception, yeah.
Deception, right? Cool. Okay, here we go.
It's actually kind of not
Oh,
wrong.
roll the
but-
19, baby. Roll the
All right.
19 on deception.
So
I tell them.
with the 19,
I'm telling them that the elf told us that we could look.
Yeah, with the 19, they both kind of look at each other, and the guard on the right who is addressing you before steps aside, and the guard on the left looks at Colgrim and says, "Yeah, we were on watch when your ship came in, and we saw you just came out of nothing through the storm, and you just it shattered, and your part came up here, and then there was the one down by the lighthouse, and then one over by the sticks, God help them. But yeah, I mean, as soon as we went through there, it was bad."
So wait.
While he's talking about
kinda
this,
looks down.
while he's talking about this, and while you guys are talking, Bingle is already. He's jumped in the water. The guy stepped out of his way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bingle's jumped in the water. He's sifting through the rubble.
Okay.
Did either of you see the remains of a dwarf?
No, there was a couple of handful of people that were taken out, and there were you three who seemed to be in pretty good shape, but not everybody was as well off. The two went over to the apothecary. I think they're under surveillance, and people are watching over them, but the others are. Well, someone took him out of town to rest, and then he kind of just like looks down.
Oh, to rest. I get it.
Am I seeing anything in the rubble while you guys are talking?
Give me an investigation.
That is a 13.
Okay. You're able to find a couple of things. You find. Hold on, I'm actually gonna roll this. Okay. You find in the series of stuff both bags, both Colgrim and Malog's full adventurers pack, with none of the flint in it. The flint is just gone. The rope's in there, however. The bedroll's there, but soaked.
Okay.
In Malog's bag, one of the healing potions that you had, I believe you had 3. One of them is broken and has spilled out.
So your bag is really healthy, though. So while I'm finding these things, I'm swimming them over and like just sort of putting them on the at their feet at the dock. So
yep. Why don't you give me one more investigation check?
okay, cool.
We have our little gnome swimmer right here.
Man, I'm just trying to salvage all I can. I'm squeezing into
I
all
hear
sorts
that,
of
yeah.
holes, dude.
Hey,
Got an 18, dude.
Okay, you find your bag
Yes.
with
Yes,
your
yes,
dagger in it, and what else was in there?
In my bag, I can tell you.
10 feet of rope. Yeah, the 10 feet of rope. All of it's there.
Yeah.
Everything's there in your bag. It's wet, like it was underwater.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you were able to find it.
Okay, cool. Now you gave me that dagger, right? Just an aside for a second. But at the beginning of the journey, I did have a short sword. Are you going to take that short after I get put into prison? Am I gonna just replace that with a dagger?
No, it was with your stuff.
Okay, cool.
So
All
you
right,
found
cool.
your bag. You didn't find
Carry on.
anything else, though, right?
Yeah. Anything else, Mott? With an 18?
I mean, there are like personal effects of other people's stuff, but like,
Yeah, well, I take them because we could sell them.
okay,
I'm bringing everything. I'm just dumping it on the dock, right? I'm just going
All
back
right.
and forth.
yeah. How long do you want to search through this stuff?
As long as these guys want to talk.
Okay, give me an amount of time.
10 minutes.
Okay, so 10 minutes of searching with the rolls that you've gotten thus far. You find some personal effects. There's some journals, a couple of like boots and like things that may have fallen off some other people. There's not a lot of useful gear, but all in all, you have a pretty good, amount of just small personal items. Nothing standing out as being particularly valuable, but
And I didn't see anything crazy like Denon's hammer or anything like that.
no.
Okay.
From what you can recall, Revan Takeo saying was there was I think 15, not including you people. So 18 of the 25 who were on the ship. So there's
Is that
still
including the 2 living people?
Yeah. So 13 dead thus far of 25.
Okay, cool. Well, we should go talk to those 2 other people, should we?
Okay.
Let's see at least who they are.
Sure. So you head over to the apothecary. It's you recall from Revan roughly where it is. He kind of gave you the layout of the land, as it were. And you walk into the apothecary and you see a small, very small for their size, dwarf just sitting on the counter, looking through a doorway, expecting people to come through, but very surprised to actually see some people he doesn't recognize come through the door. And he goes, "Oh, customers, hello. What can I do for you?"
I hear you might have some of our friends.
Oh, you're from the ship.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, come on. And he sort of hops down and from the bar, he hops down from the counter and motions you to go through this back door, which seems to be a supply area. Going through the supply area, you come into what seems to be the personal quarters of this person. It's kind of a simple room with a cooking stove and a few beds. There's a hearth with a fire going, and on the bed and on sort of a makeshift mat on the floor with straw are 2 people you don't quite recognize. Actually, Maylog, roll me a perception check.
I got a 15.
Okay, you recognize one of them as the assistant to the doctor, who kind of scuffled away as he regaled you with his stories. But the other person you don't recognize. They're both like unconscious, wrapped up with bandages.
What races are they?
They're both human.
Okay.
There's a head wound on one of them that looks pretty serious, and the dwarf kind of, goes over them and is checking a couple of different bandages, and he says, well, it's good to see that you guys aren't as beat up as the others, but they took quite a beating. It'll be, I think, a few days before they're up on their own feet. But don't worry, I'm watching over them as well as I can.
I'm finding it very strange that we didn't get hurt at all. Is anyone else feeling that?
I mean, that is really suspect, but I mean, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first time I've seen seatbelts, and I'm just really happy I wore mine.
I will point out
Yeah,
to
could
you
you
guys,
imagine? Holy shit.
I will point out to you guys that you are all seasoned, like not seasoned, but like
We're not as squishy as people as everyone else.
right. You're
Right,
Malak,
okay.
you're a monk who trains to have the crap beaten out of him. Bingle, even though he's young and kind of goofy, he is still like a ranger from Breakwater and is kind of like a cop a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I shot a cop.
God damn it.
Colgrim is is also a protector of his people. Like, even though you guys are young, these were like doctors and civilians who volunteered to come on this adventure.
Gotcha.
Also,
so they're just laymen that had shown up and were actually kind of like hardened.
Yeah, like I assumed that the whole reason we were even picked up by, God damn it,
because we had something the others did.
Like we could take some hits. Like it was the thing that they were sorely lacking, and that's the whole reason we're dragged into this.
Yeah. So there you are. You've found your only 2 remaining people, unconscious, but in good hands from what you can tell.
I'm going to ask him if he has a timeline for when they might regain consciousness.
Oh, like I said, a day, maybe 2 days, 3 days. It's a bit hard to tell. I'm not quite a doctor, but doing the best I can.
And how long have they been here?
Well, you all crashed here yesterday, and we're here today.
So like hours?
A day.
Okay, a full day. Got it. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Glad to see that they're in good hands.
I'm glad to be the hands to help.
And then I'm going to follow.
Head outside.
Yeah, I'm following.
All right. Once we get outside, I am going to utilize something that should help. I am going to take a moment to channel the power of my spiritual guide to guide me towards an objective, and I would like that objective to be the potential location that Denon might be.
Okay. So this is probably a good time to explain it, because I don't think we've explained it up until this point. But through your spiritual connection with the bears of the island, and your particular connection to your once a day you can channel his sort of presence and
to help guide me.
Yeah, he's sort of like your spirit guide, spirit animal, who will help you find a way out, help you towards an objective you're looking to complete. I will tell you that the objective that your bear may see as the most pertinent
might not be what I ask of him.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still going to trust in what your is likely going to... Whatever way he chooses to guide me, I'll go with the natural way of things, because I feel like he would know what's best anyway.
Okay. I should say now that only you see this.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that happens? Like, does the mark on my chest start to glow, or
it burns a little bit?
Are you like meditating?
Like
are you standing? What's the dealio here?
Yeah, I would figure like I'd like kneel down and like take a breath, and it probably looks really fucking weird.
Probably not to me. I don't think it looks strange at all to me.
I would in my head probably just block everything else out while I do this.
Yeah. So you do that. You kind of get down on both of your knees and channel.
I mimic him.
This is beautiful.
You channel your connection to your spirit bear, and when you open your eyes, as you feel sort of the tingle on the burning bear paw that's on your chest, as you open your eyes, you can see in front of you a spectral version of this bear.
Okay.
And he looks at you with fond recognition, and then immediately turns and begins walking.
Okay, which way is he walking? Because like I with Wanderer stuff, I have an excellent memory for maps and geography. So like I figure, because I've been paying a lot of attention to maps and whatnot, and we were shown a map by Revan Takeo. Can I tell the direction that he's taking us?
Well, you're in a city right now, and
Yeah.
he walks towards the main gate.
Okay.
And
Opposite the docks, right? Towards land.
Yeah,
Okay.
inlands,
Well,
towards the north.
I immediately head that way, and I just I tell the others, I know where we need to go.
And I'll follow him.
Right. Is this? And I'm gonna be like, is this one of your? Is this okay? Is this one of your bear things or?
Yes, it's
Oh,
a tribal gift.
Are there any small creatures around? Do I see any rats? Anything like that?
So we'll play this out. So the three of you are walking towards the gate. On your way, give me a perception check to see if there are any little creatures.
That's a 10.
You don't see any.
Okay.
So you get to the gate, and your sort of disappears through the gate. The gate is closed currently, and he sort of disappears through it. But in front of the gate stands some guards, and upon seeing you, they go, "Whoa, hey, you guys are from the ship, right?"
Yes.
Hey, man! Wow, it's great to see some new faces. What are you guys doing?
We are off to try and find other remnants of the wreckage and maybe some potential friends and help.
Wow, that's crazy. That's man, it's nice to know there's some people out here to help. And he kind of looks back at the gate. Did you want to go out there?
Yes.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I can't let you do that though.
Why not?
Oh, I mean, it's bad out there.
Now, Mott, is the gate closed, or are they just blocking it with their bodies?
It's closed.
It's closed. Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any lever or something to open it, or do they need a key?
There's a guardhouse.
Oh shit. Okay.
We can more than handle ourselves.
Okay. Listen, oh boy, and he looks at the other guy, and the other guy kind of says, let's go talk to Revan. I think he'll know what to do, huh? And he sort of like puts his hand on your back, and he like motion towards the inn.
We've already talked with Revan.
Okay, well,
He was the one that suggested our friends were out, our potential allies are still alive out there.
and he told me not to let anybody go outside of the city gates. So
I'm gonna try and do the whole same trick again. I'm just gonna look at them and be like, there's a misunderstanding. Revan told us we could go out the gates.
roll a persuasion check.
The last one went really well. I have a good
I'm
feeling.
Crossing my fingers for you.
Persuasion.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's a critical miss. That's a
Okay.
critical miss.
So he sees you pipe up and say that, and he says, "Now hold on just a second. Listen, we don't even know who you guys are. You can't go out there. Listen, you just got here. You need to go see Revan right now, and we're gonna take you there." And the two of them are gonna kind of step to you, and not forcing anything at the moment, but they're gonna like put their hands on your back and motion you towards the inn.
I step towards them, and I kind of push their arms off whoever's back they put it on. I'm like, sirs, I'm going to have to strongly suggest that you let us out to go and find our friends, because if they're out there, and any minute that we waste in here doing whatever this is, and they might be at risk due to whatever danger you believe is out there, we are going to have some serious problems.
I legit just got some tingles, dude. Like, I'm not even lying. This
Did you
is
get
so
some
cool.
dingles, maybe?
Roll me an intimidation check.
Okay, hold on. Good. I love me some intimidation.
Holy.
That is a... I rolled a 16 plus 4 for a 20.
20. So you can tell that, like, this guy is super uncomfortable with this conversation, period. And he's just like, okay, listen. If you want to go, fine. But we're closing the doors behind you, and we gotta let Revan know you guys are trying to leave. We're not supposed to let you leave, but we don't want any problems here. So if you want to go, go. And he turns around and he goes into the guardhouse, and just a few moments later, the gate starts to go up. And the other guy says, "Oh, jeez," and he sort of walks off towards the direction of the high tower inn.
I'd say to the other guard, thank you, and let Revan know that we will be back as soon as we have more information.
He kind of like waves you off, frustrated, and the gate's open.
I go, and I try and see if I can find an image of Yor while we're out as soon as I leave through the gate.
Yor is sort of standing out in the field. Ahead of you is really what is kind of like an otherwise beautiful scene. It's these rolling hills, sort of this grassy land. You can see a couple of knolls of trees scattering the area. There is a road that sort of leads north and then splits off into three different directions. One that goes further north, another that goes to the west,
toward the lighthouse,
another towards the east. As soon as you're on the other side of the gate starts going back down. Okay. Distracted by that, once you turn back around, Yor is gone.
Where was he at in the field?
In the center of
which direction?
In the center of the road.
In the center of the road?
Yeah.
Was he like more northward, more to the west, more to the east? Just in the middle of the road.
He's in the middle of the road, yeah.
Okay, fuck. All right.
Is there a road sign, like like those picket road signs that shows what's in each direction?
One there is more towards the crossroads, which is just a couple of feet ahead of you. There's one that points towards the town of Severin, which you can see is pointing north. One that points to the west, which is the lighthouse, and ones that points to the east, which is the Styx.
So I'm going to pipe up, and I'm going to say, I would suggest we travel to the closest one, because we've seen the map of this whole area, right? Yeah, so I pipe up and say, I'm going to suggest we travel first to the closest one, which would be the lighthouse. On top of that, we can then find out whether or not the back or the front of the ship, the bow or the prow, if you will, has ended up there.
I am in agreement.
Yeah, if there's any wreckage that would have floated somewhere else, it would have been there, I think. So,
and then
for sure.
One thing we should be aware of is we only have one pack full of, anything. So we do need to be careful.
I can scrounge for supplies and provide food and water. For up to 5 people.
These are things
on. I was also a ranger, so I'm a ranger. So and I lived in the forest, so I can help get food and stuff too. Rabbit jerky is a particularly special thing that I can do.
Flying rabbit jerky.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
So what do you guys? You guys are gonna head
west
toward the lighthouse.
Towards the lighthouse in the west.
Correct.
Okay, and that's where we're gonna pick it up next time.